Hello students, welcome to the English class. Today we are going to discuss the sixth lesson of your supplementary reader Vistas, and the name of the lesson is On the Face of It. It is written by Susan Hill. Students, basically this story is of two characters, Mr. Lamb and Derry, and this is a play, means this is in a dialogue form, therefore it's a play, and the name of it is On the Face of It, we all know, and it is featuring an old man named Mr. Lamb and a small boy. His name was Derry and his short name was Derek. So both of them meet in the garden of Mr. Lamb, and both are suffering from physical impairment, but Mr. Lamb, the old man, he takes life as it comes to him, while the young boy Derry is very withdrawn and defiant. The meeting turns out to be a boon for Derry, and Mr. Lamb is able to give him hope and the ability to see the bright side of life. Now let me tell you about the characters also. As I have told you that there are only two characters, Mr. Lamb and Derry. So Mr. Lamb is an old man, cripple, who enjoys life despite his handicap. And Derry, he is a 14-year-old boy with one side of his face disfigured in an accident. And he is repulsive at first, and he learns how to live from Mr. Lamb. Means he got the positivity to live the life from Mr. Lamb only. Okay, now let's see the lesson. Derry meets Mr. Lamb in his garden. Derry, a young lad of 14, attracted by birds chirping amid the trees, and jumps over the wall to enter the garden. Mr. Lamb notices his presence and warns him to walk carefully lest he topples over the wind-fallen crab apples. So Derry is a young boy, we all know. He is just of 14 years, so he was in a fear to be caught. Therefore, he just jumped inside the garden through the wall. He didn't enter in the garden from the gate. But Mr. Lamb didn't scolded him, and he just asked him that please be very careful, otherwise he can fall with the crab apples. Derry startled because he had thought that the garden was empty. Mr. Lamb eases him by telling him not to bother, for his gates are always open to allow anyone enters freely in his garden. Still, Derry attempts to convince the old man that he has not come there to steal fruits. The old man agrees that Derry is not that young to steal fruits from a garden. So, Derry got surprised when he saw Mr. Lamb, because when he entered in the garden, he saw that he is all alone and nobody is there. But Mr. Lamb was there. So Derry just tried to convince him that he hasn't come there to steal the fruits. Mr. Lamb just had faith on Derry. Let's see Derry's revelation about himself. Mr. Lamb assures Derry not to be afraid of him, for Derry tries to escape the old man's company. Derry retorts excitedly that it is people who are afraid of his ugly face. Mr. Lamb notices the undercurrent of disgust and contempt in Derry. So Mr. Lamb assures Derry that don't get afraid, you can freely enter in the garden without any hesitation. But Derry just say that I am not getting afraid of anybody, but people used to get afraid of me. So here Mr. Lamb notices the repulsive nature of Derry through this sentence. Derry further shares with Mr. Lamb his frustration about people who sympathize in a cliched manner. Mr. Lamb doesn't show any interest in his anxiety and diverts the conversation by talking about apples and the garden. The old man tells him how he prepares jellies and candies. Derry gets agitated by the old man's attitude and questions him. Mr. Lamb guesses that Derry's face must have been spoiled in fire. Derry reveals that it was acid that ate his face. So when Derry noticed that Mr. Lamb is not paying heed towards what Derry was saying, so he just became agitated, and therefore he asked Mr. Lamb the reason of his spoiled face. So Mr. Lamb guessed that maybe due to fire his face had got burned, but Derry told him that due to acid only this all happens. Mr. Lamb efforts to help Derry. The boy gives vent to his low esteem due to the permanent scars on his face. Mr. Lamb prompts Derry to look besides the far wall and asks what he can see. So when Derry complained that due to this burnt face or the permanent scars on his face, here he is feeling lack of confidence. So Mr. Lamb just try to give him an example so that his self-esteem will raise, that you just look around and see what you can see. Derry sees the rubbish, but after careful glance he sees grass and wheat. Mr. Lamb asks Derry about the logic behind naming one plant wheat while other as flour. He tells him the inherent quality of everything on earth. Mr. Lamb citing the example of his own handicap. Mr. Lamb clarifies the idea of accepting things by talking about his own handicap. Kids call him Lamby Lamb, but he doesn't mind. So Mr. Lamb gave his own physical impairments example to try to give motivation to Derry, means not to think negative always. Derry argues that his situation is different because he cannot cover his burnt face as Mr. Lamb can cover his tin leg. Mr. Lamb opens that people get tired of staring at something they will get used to of his face. Mr. Lamb gave a positivity to Derry and told him that people become used to of everything, so they will be used to of Derry's face also, so they won't feel any scared or anything negative regarding Derry's face. Mr. Lamb tells Derry the story The Beauty and the Beast to teach him that things appear as they are perceived. Handsome is as handsome does. Derry conveys that emotional hurt is more than the physical pain. Derry complains that no one will kiss him like the princess kissed the beast. He bemoans that even his mother kisses him only on the good side of his face. So this is the biggest thing which hurts Derry, that even his mother who has given him birth kisses him on the clear side of his face, not on the burnt face. He rejects the way people try to sympathize by talking about those who are worse off. There is greater vocal expression of his emotional pain and Mr. Lamb's effort to assuage it. Derry shares with Mr. Lamb that how hurt he was when he overheard a woman at bus stop who had said that only a mother could kiss such an ugly face. The old man advises Derry not to pay heed to insignificant things. Mr. Lamb speaks in metaphoric tone about the sound of bees, which is buzzing to some while humming to others. Mr. Lamb gives the example of the sound of bees. He told that for some people it is buzzing and for others it is humming. It is up to us that how we are taking the things, whether positively or negatively. Therefore, he advises Derry not to pay notice, means not to pay any kind of heed towards such kind of insignificant things or comments. Derry has trouble to comprehend the old man, but he has started liking his peculiar ways. Means gradually, after talking with Mr. Lamb, Derry begins to like his way of talking, or the way he tried to give positivity to Derry. Mr. Lamb's metaphoric message for Derry. Mr. Lamb tells him about a man who had locked himself in a room. So again Mr. Lamb gave an example of a man who just locked himself in a room because he was afraid of the lack of safety outside. Eventually he dies inside his house when a pitcher falls on his head. Derry laughs his head off on listening to this story. So Derry became friendly to Mr. Lamb and he listens to the story of Mr. Lamb and enjoys it too. But understands that our only enemy is our fear. So by their story, Derry also understands one lesson, that only our fear, own internal fear, is our enemy. Mr. Lamb shares with him his liking for the rain, sunshine, darkness, wind, and whatever comes from the uncovered windows of his house. So Mr. Lamb shared the natural things, and he said that he liked all the things given by God to us. Derry's expression of his desire and feelings. Derry tells Mr. Lamb about the way people discuss his disability and the failures that he will have to face in his later life. So Derry discusses with Mr. Lamb the inner fear of himself due to his physical impairment. Mr. Lamb advises Derry not to undermine his physical and mental abilities. He asks Mr. Lamb about his friends but opposes the idea of being friendly with anyone without knowing his name or address. Derry first of all asked about the friends of Mr. Lamb, and then he told Mr. Lamb that he never makes anybody friend without knowing his or her name or address. But Mr. Lamb tells Derry that basically all of us are the same, so names and identities should not matter in friendship. Then Derry opens up more and reveals his true self. So then Derry began to become confident with and friendly with Mr. Lamb, and he just open up his heart and talks freely to Mr. Lamb, and he introduces himself as Derek. He talks about his apprehension regarding people. He tells about the woman who has suggested keeping the burnt boy with the people of his type when he returned home from hospital. When Derry met with the acid accident, at that time a lady suggested his mother that Derry should be kept with the people of his own type, means the people who too are burnt with accident. Mr. Lamb puts forth his philosophy about the coexistence of similarity and uniqueness. Rejecting the idea of keeping the disabled people together, Mr. Lamb propounds that we are all basically same but also unique. But Mr. Lamb told his own philosophy and rejected the idea of keeping same kind of people together. Derry expresses desire to live freely according to his choice, just like the old man. But he is afraid that his presence with Mr. Lamb will turn away the old man's friends. Mr. Lamb assures Derry that nothing of the sort would happen. So Derry liked the company of Mr. Lamb. Therefore, he said that he just wanted to live life just like Mr. Lamb, but he was afraid too that if he will come to meet Mr. Lamb, then all his friends, means all the children who used to come to Mr. Lamb's garden to play, they all will go away after getting afraid of Derry's face. But Mr. Lamb assured Derry that nothing of such kind will happen. Derry expresses apprehension about the safety of Mr. Lamb. When Derry began to like Mr. Lamb, then he shows his care and concern towards Mr. Lamb's safety. So Derry confirms from Mr. Lamb whether he lost his leg in war. He then expresses his apprehension about the old man's safety. He thinks of a hypothetical situation when Mr. Lamb is alone and while trying to pull down apples fall off the ladder. Derry offers to help the old man in pulling down apples from the trees. So Derry got scared and told Mr. Lamb about the situation when he is all alone and climbing the ladder and pulling down the apples, and he may fall away because due to his tin leg. And he assured him that he will help him in plugging the apples. But Mr. Lamb refuses to believe him because he does not find the boy confident enough about taking decisions. Derry feels agitated and promises to return after informing his mother. Mr. Lamb was quite confident that Derry won't come again, therefore he just refuses the offer of Derry to get help from him. But Derry assured him that he will definitely come. He promised him after informing his mother. Derry reaches home. Then Derry's mother disapproves of her son meeting with Mr. Lamb. So as Mr. Lamb has told that Derry won't come, so same thing happened, that Derry's mother didn't allow him to meet Mr. Lamb. But Derry's regained self-confidence remains unaffected by his mother's argument. But Derry was firm on his decision and he just argued with his mother and said that he tells his mother that the old man does not give him false hopes and undue condolence like others. Defying his mother's orders, Derry slams the door and runs away to Mr. Lamb. So Derry wanted to keep his promise and he just told his mother that Mr. Lamb is not like others who just show sympathy towards Derry. So he just opens the door and move away to meet Mr. Lamb. Derry keeps his promise, so Derry reaches Mr. Lamb's garden and this time enters from the open gate. He finds the old man unconscious in the garden. So as Mr. Lamb has told Derry that his gates always remains open, so this time Derry enters with the open gate. But he found the old man unconscious in his own garden. Mr. Lamb had fallen off the ladder a little while ago while pulling down apples. Derry calls repeatedly to his mentor, but it is silence that prevails. So, as Derry has thought of the hypothetical situation, the same thing happens with Mr. Lamb also, and he just fell down while pulling down apples from the ladder. Derry keep on calling Mr. Lamb, but Mr. Lamb remained silent as he was dead. Derry keep on saying that he kept his promise. Lamby Lamb, I have come here to meet you. But Mr. Lamb didn't responded. Everywhere only silence was there. So students, this is all the story, the play On the Face of It, written by Susan Hill. I hope you all liked it. Read it once again from the book and enjoy it. Thank you.